Welcome to Missing Persons Archives, a channel dedicated to sharing real stories of those who vanished without a trace. Here we explore the facts, the timelines, the investigations, and the unanswered questions behind each disappearance. These are more than cases, they are people, and every story deserves to be told. Subscribe and join us as we shine a light on the missing. Throughout the history of missing persons cases, few stories strike at the heart quite like those involving infants. These are the most vulnerable among us, newborns barely old enough to open their eyes, vanishing in what seem like the safest of places, their homes, hospitals, and neighborhoods. For families, the trauma is unrelenting, the grief unresolvable. Today on Missing Persons Archives, we take a deeper look into the chilling and tragic world of infant disappearances. These cases, though decades old, still echo in the hearts of parents, detectives, and communities alike. Join us as we explore 3 baffling disappearances of infants who vanished without a trace and whose families are still searching for answers. First, we will discuss the disappearance of Raymond Lamar Green. Raymond Lamar Green was just 5 days old when he was taken from his Atlanta home in 1978. His mother, Donna Green, had only begun to know the joys of motherhood when her life was irrevocably shattered. The day before Raymond was taken, Donna had encountered a woman calling herself Lisa Morris at Grady Memorial Hospital where she had given birth. Lisa was friendly, inquisitive, and said she was visiting her sister who had recently given birth. Donna thought nothing of it, but Lisa would reappear the next day, this time at Donna's home. With Donna's brother present, Lisa offered to hold the crying infant while Donna stepped away to shower. Minutes later, Lisa and Raymond were gone. Witnesses reported seeing Lisa getting into a vehicle with Raymond, a man driving. That was the last known sighting of Raymond. The identity Lisa gave was false. Her description, a young woman with scars on her temple and face, was recorded, but she's never been located. To complicate the investigation, Raymond's entire case file was later lost by the Atlanta Police Department, setting the case back years. To this day, Raymond's family believes he may still be alive, possibly unaware he was abducted. With no known photographs and no DNA connection to identify him easily, the case remains one of Atlanta's most painful and enduring mysteries. If you have any information about this case, please contact the Atlanta Police Department at 404-658-6666. Next, we will discuss the vanishing of Melissa Diane McGuinn. In 1988, 7-month-old Melissa McGuinn disappeared from her home in Trenton, New Jersey. Her mother, Rebecca, was living with roommates, including Wanda Faye Reed, a woman known to have severe cognitive impairments. According to Rebecca, she asked Wanda to briefly watch Melissa while she went upstairs for a cigarette. Just 8 minutes later, Wanda returned without the child or stroller, accompanied by a neighbor. What followed were a string of conflicting stories from Wanda. First, she claimed an unknown man abducted the baby. Then she said she threw Melissa into the Delaware River. Later, she said she accidentally dropped her. Still later, she accused the neighbor of taking the baby in exchange for drugs. None of these claims held up under investigation. Authorities ruled out the river theory. Wanda simply didn't have enough time to get there and back, and exhaustive searches turned up nothing. The neighbor was cleared, as were Melissa's parents. Wanda was charged with kidnapping but deemed mentally unfit to stand trial. As of 2024, she lives with relatives in Louisiana, still functioning at the mental level of a child. Melissa's mother has never given up hope. She believes her daughter is alive and may have been kept hidden from the truth. Melissa would be 37 years old in 2024. If you have any information, contact the Trenton Police Department at 609-989-4144. Finally, we will discuss the mysterious case of Sabrina Aisenberg. On November 24, 1997, Marlene Aisenberg woke to find her 4-month-old daughter, Sabrina, missing from her crib in their Valrico, Florida home. The baby's blanket was gone too, but there were no signs of forced entry. Yet, evidence quickly emerged. An unidentified shoe print near the crib, strands of blonde hair, and reports of other recent attempted break-ins nearby targeting families with young children. Despite this, suspicion fell on the parents. Authorities secretly recorded their conversations for months, claiming they discussed Sabrina's death. However, the tapes were mostly static and eventually ruled inadmissible due to false statements used to obtain the warrant. The Aisenbergs were indicted but cleared of all charges. They later moved out of state, continuing to maintain their innocence and insist Sabrina was abducted. In 2005, the case was reopened, and while the Aisenbergs cooperated fully, they were never officially cleared. Sabrina would be 27 years old in 2024. The family believes she is alive, living with another family, unaware of her true identity. If you have any information on her case, contact the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office at 813-247-8200. These stories are heartbreaking not just because of who went missing, but because of who they never got the chance to become. Infants taken from their families, often in moments of vulnerability, leaving behind lifetimes of questions. If you have any information about the cases we covered today, please reach out to the appropriate law enforcement agencies. And if you or someone you know has experienced the pain of a missing child, know this: you are not alone. The search continues, and as long as we keep telling these stories, there is always hope. Thank you for watching Missing Persons Archives. Please like, subscribe, and share to help us bring more attention to these unsolved mysteries. Your support could be the key to finding the answers families so desperately seek. Until next time, stay aware and stay safe. Never forget the missing.